The athletes may have been robbed of medals they should have won, with a bombshell report revealing 23 Chinese swimmers tested positive for a banned substance months before the 2021 Tokyo Olympics. Even more shocking, the World Anti-Doping Agency knew about it. So why was nothing done?
5 metres to go. Can China hang on?
In July 2021, the Chinese women's swim team pulled off a massive upset, beating the US and Australian teams in the women's 4x200 metre freestyle, setting a new world record and winning the gold. But nearly 3 years on, that result may be overturned.
Bombshell allegations
rocked the world of swimming.
Swimming Australia said it was making its own inquiries.
A new investigation has revealed 23 swimmers from the Chinese team tested positive for banned stamina and endurance-enhancing drug TMZ, 7 months before the Tokyo Games.
It's just disappointing for our sport. You really want to be in a sport that's clean.
Chinese officials cleared the swimmers, citing accidental contamination. Trace amounts of the drug had been found in the kitchen of a hotel where the team had stayed. WADA accepted the result, saying it could not disprove these findings.
But whether or not you believe the contamination or not, you still have to disqualify the results. And I want to see the proof of where did this come from. I don't believe it just magically appears. And if it does, why haven't we been warned as an anti-doping community, a clean sport community, that this is a possibility?
WADA also concluded that the athletes would be held to have no fault or negligence. But not all athletes enjoy such benefit of the doubt. In 2019, Aussie swimmer Shayna Jack tested positive to anabolic agent Ligandrol. Despite that, Shayna Jack had to serve out a 2-year suspension that caused her to miss out on the Tokyo Games.
It's unusual for there to be no fault findings. Normally what happens is that there's a degree of fault. Even if it's a low degree of fault, they're normally given some period of ineligibility, and all 23 have been found to have committed no fault, and they've been given 0 sanction.
Shayna can't turn back time, but the 2021 Australian women's relay team just might. Reports say US swimmers have been informed their Chinese rivals are facing retroactive disqualification. If true, the US would take top spot, elevating Australia to silver.
This is the agonizing part of this. The system failed them. Based on the reports, WADA failed to follow the rules. Unfortunately, their failure to follow the rules could haunt the clean athletes from your country in Australia and my country in the United States for the rest of their lives.
I reckon there's a bit more to play out here, but I think what's critical to sort of understand is that there's already a huge amount of criticism and doubt about the World Anti-Doping Agency and the regime that they manage to sort of keep an eye on all of this stuff. And an incident like this, you know, whether they got it right or whether they got it wrong, I think is going to further undermine everything. You see guys like Zach Stubblety-Cook. So he won the 200 in Tokyo, but then subsequently had his world record, beaten by one of these characters. He's now saying, look, I've got to trust the authorities that they did the right thing. But, you know, you can imagine that for a lot of athletes, as well as the Chinese, you know, there'd be a huge amount of confusion right now.
Of course. Yeah, I'm surprised too that a country can say, oh, it was contaminated, and that WADA will go, well, we can't check, so I guess we'll let them through.
Yeah,
you know?
It seems an odd reaction at the very least.
Absolutely.